Welcome to St. Thomas. It's about a 30-minute commute south of London. A lot of people in this city make the drive to London for more resources like different kinds of healthcare. Nancy Mayberry is a long-time resident. She says it's disappointing that there's no other way to connect to London besides hopping in a vehicle.
Especially for seniors that need health care. And if they don't have a car, there's no way of getting to London anymore. Now that healthcare has been so centralized, it's a big problem for seniors.
She says it would be really handy to see them used once again.
I'm fortunate that I can still drive, but the day's coming that I'm not going to be able to do it either.
The Southwestern Ontario Transportation Alliance is a group of citizens hoping to address this problem.
And so we have to try to investigate who can run that service. We try to put together business plans of why it would be a good idea to run the service, and then try to engage all the partners.
The Southwestern Ontario Transportation Alliance says that this kind of day is exactly why people want to have other forms of transportation. They say that people would much rather rely on a train or a bus when the roads aren't in the best condition.
And we just have a lot of people that don't want to drive. I mean, I'm one of them. I would much rather take the train to Toronto if I could, and I would be happy to get around the entire region by public transportation. And I think most people would if those options are there.
We're now an hour west of London where we bring you to Sarnia, where the city says their connections to other parts of the province are poor.
It simply doesn't service the public in the way that it should. We do not have large bus service like Greyhound between Sarnia and London. There's no bus service between Sarnia and Windsor. So the entire region has recognized this is a major problem.
Bradley says they're in talks with Via Rail to increase the number of trains commuting to and from the city. He says that it takes time for people to take advantage of what they have.
That's one of the cliches in the rail business in particular is use it or lose it. And the fact is you've got to mature the market.
Mayor Bradley says the province needs to realize that the Greater Toronto Area is not the only place that needs multiple forms of transportation.
And the federal government on transportation in the Greater Toronto Area. I understand that because of the population, but at the same time they need to assist transportation throughout the rest of the province too.
Mayor Bradley says himself and other mayors are working hard to try and connect.
And it's one that we continue to push hard with both the federal and provincial governments and the private sector.
St. John says while it may take some time to ensure connections are made between the cities and towns, he believes it's possible.
We can make some of these things happen very quickly, and it's not a pie in the sky at all.
Back in St. Thomas, where commuters once stood to board the train, Nancy says it's hopeful that the empty platforms can be filled with commuters once again.
I've got high hopes, but whether I'll live to see it or not, I don't know.
Callaghan, Fanshawe TV.